Let's talk with the single season goals record holder at Assumption. Boomer Staunton joins us. First off, Boomer, congrats on the success this year. What's it been like to play offense for the Hounds?
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We got a good group of guys here. Last year was kind of like a building block for a bunch of younger guys to come up and make a big impact this year, which I think everyone's seen. I think we're really starting to like figure it out as an offensive unit, and there's more to come next year too, later into the playoffs.
How many people say "Okay, Boomer" when you score goals?
It seems to be a lot. A lot of people love to comment that when you guys post stuff. So yeah, get used a
Um,
bunch.
what's led to your success? Why have you where have you been most successful? What's really set you up this year?
I think it also like you said, just comes back to the offense. The guys getting me the ball. I couldn't do it without each and every one of them on the field and off the field. I think we work well, and then the ball just ends up in my stick, and I seem to put the ball in the net when I need to. And some games more than most, but it comes down to the guys that can move the ball for me, and just getting lucky kind of putting the ball in there.
We had the call where your coaches all vote on all conference, and your head coach talked about the fact that you've scored 50 goals from the midfield position. What is it about being able to put up the numbers you've put up as a midfielder versus playing down around cage?
I know it's definitely like I don't know, not seen as much to have that many goals as a midfielder. I think having the confidence of the coaches in me to shoot the amount of shots I shoot in a game, and then I also think it comes down to shooting and being familiar where you are around the cage and being able to play shots. I think this year especially, I've had a longer leash of what I can shoot and when I can shoot. Thanks to my coaches and my teammates just trusting me to put the ball in the net when I need to.
Have you always
So
been a midfielder?
I've been a midfielder my whole life, yeah.
How'd
So
you wind up there?
I was pretty fast, and I could in high school. I played a little bit of offense and defense, and it was I don't know. I've always been like I've liked to run a lot for defense and offense. Then you come to college and you're just offense, which is nice when you're not out of breath all the time. But yeah, I've been midfielder my whole life, and I've never really changed up. I've played attack a little bit, but I've always found myself in the midfield.
You had one of the best single games in the country this season, one of the best single games in the history of Division Two. You scored 10 goals.
Yeah,
Walk me through what that game and that day was like for you.
yeah. When we got there, just normal warm up and stuff, and then the game started going on, and before I knew, I had like 5 goals or something. Then I scored another one. It just seemed like everything I shot went in that game. Like it wasn't a different amount of shots I usually take in a game, but I think um, they just started going in. It was kind of everything on cage, so I had a nice day shooting, and sometimes they'll go in, sometimes they won't. That day they all went in, which was pretty nice.
What does that feel like?
It's kind of surreal. You don't really realize it until the game's over, like how many times you scored the ball. So it was cool to get some praise from the guys. Other than that, it's kind of like a normal game.
What's the most amount of goals you've ever scored in a game?
That was the game. Yeah, in high school I had 9 like against a team, but that was 10. That was the most I've ever scored.
Tell me about the nickname. I know John is your first name. I know your grandmother
Yeah,
coined Boomer. What's the backstory and why did it stick?
I think my dad's name's also John, so kind of differentiating him from me in the household, I'm guessing. But yeah, I got home from the hospital on 4th of July, and my grandmother was like, "You should name him Boomer because of the fireworks." So it's just stuck ever since. It's an odd story, but I mean, I probably told it over 1,000 times.
Did you come home on
So
the 4th of July or is your birthday Independence Day?
I am July 1st. I got home from the hospital on July 4th, and my parents brought me right to a 4th of July party. So
I was
yeah,
like, how many years of your life did you think that all of that was for you?
I Still to this day, I do. No, I'm just kidding. I think I realized probably like I was like 6. I was like, oh, it's 4th of July. It's not my birthday party.
Dang. Uh, you've got some international experience under your belt when it comes to lacrosse as well. Tell me about your Irish roots.
Yep. Yeah. So my grandparents are from Ireland. They're from Galway. My dad's side, and it's really important heritage to our family. I've been to Ireland probably over 7 times now. Going back from when I was younger, our whole family took a trip out there. Got to see where my grandfather grew up, like his street, his house, all that. And then we'll occasionally go over there. Like last summer, we went to see family over there, and then for lacrosse, we'll go over there and play lacrosse when for tryouts and stuff like that. So
What's it like for you to play on the U20 team? A, to represent a country, but to play on that stage.
yeah, for the last few years when I played in the U20 team, it's been a surreal feeling. Like meeting guys that are all like-minded to you. You get along with them in that 2 3 week period, and you leave feeling like you've known them your whole life. I still talk to my first year roommate from Ireland lacrosse like every day. So I mean, you just know you meet new people. Like kid that came through here a few years ago, Jack Galvin, still comes to Assumption, comes to all our games. He's the reason that I kind of found out about Ireland lacrosse, and just you meet so many people and you get so many connections from it. It's awesome.
How cool is it for you to try to build up the sport in another country?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, especially in Ireland. It's very new, I guess you could say over there. So any chance we get over to go and play, we got a bunch of new guys playing with us, trying to grow the sport as much as we can, and I think we take a big pride in it too.
It's an Olympic sport now, and you're a midfielder, so that falls right into being able to play sixes really well. Do you have
Yes,
that kind of bucket list item on your mantle now?
yeah, we'll see. I got to play a little bit of sixes with the Ireland team in early fall this year up in Canada. So that was my first taste of it, and then we got the European championships coming up soon, so we'll see what happens. But it would be awesome if we got Ireland to go play in the Olympics.
What's different about playing sixes?
It's just so much faster. It's you score, you got to run right back. There's no time for thinking about the goal you just scored or anything like that. And then it's just quick rotations. Like you're in, you're out. Everything's just so much faster.
Um, Tell me about your best experiences from playing internationally. Either places you've gone or just being in those games. What comes to mind first?
Yeah, I would say probably my first time playing with the U20 team. We played in the European Championships, and we won the whole thing. We beat England in the championship, which is for everyone from Ireland. That's a big rivalry there. So it was great to beat them as well as bringing the championship back to Ireland. Meet the guys on that team. Just like I said, I talk to them a bunch of them every day. So it's a bond that will never be broken. I think.
That's awesome. Let me bring it back here to Assumption. You guys have uh, clearly a really good offense. You've got one of the best goalies in the country. Um, why do you feel good heading potentially into the postseason and beyond?
I think everyone's pretty happy about being in the postseason. I think we're going to make a good run just because off the field, this is one of the closest teams I've been a part of. I think you talk to any guy on our team, they're going to bring up being off the field, and like you go to anyone's room or on campus, you can go sit there, watch a movie with them, hang out with them. Like you don't get sick of each other somehow. But yeah, we got great pieces on the field, great defense. Offense is starting to figure it out pretty well, and I think it's just how close we are as a unit is what's going to carry us.
Well, Boomer, congratulations on everything. I'm assuming you're in coach's office, and I'm assuming this
I
was an
am, yeah.
accident. but it was a nice thing to put all America voting directly over your shoulder during this interview. Uh, so
Pretty funny.
letting people know.
That'd be pretty
But
cool.
Boomer, best of luck for whatever accolades come your way and the team's way the rest of the year. It's been fun to watch you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.